to go.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another night of King of the Hill. This is our own little tournament that we run over at the Wave Gamers, and we have got, for this game, it's going to be Monster, the captain of the Radiant, up against Gal, who's going to be the captain of the Dire. Ignore the team names, that's just people messing around. And I'm joined in the casting couch today by Davedy. How you doing, man?
Hi, I'm doing great. I believe actually Monster's on Dire.
Monster's on Dire. Did I go the wrong way around? Monster on Dire, Gal, captain of Radiant. And for anyone who doesn't know, the way we basically do this is we have a captain for each game, and then there's a challenger for each game. They're just playing for themselves, playing as individuals. Then they draft themselves a team out of the players in the lobby, and then we go into what we've got before us now, which is a nice captain's mode draft. And yeah, Davedy, anything to say about the first bands? Now we got the first round out of the way.
I don't see anything super shocking. I think it's it's funny. I think that it's a very 6.81 meta bands from the Dire and very 6.82 meta bands from the Radiant. So some different perspectives there. I'm just mainly excited because we have our two LGT guys drafting against each other, casting against each other. I think that makes for a very interesting match.
I hadn't actually put that together, but of course you're right.
I think that to me is what makes this match a bit of a kicker. Should be very fun.
Late game tango versus late game tango in this King of the Hill. I've been seeing, like, I've was away over Christmas, just trying to get back into the swing of things, but I've been getting the impression that Brewmaster's actually got quite popular again. And whenever I don't know. Whenever I was seeing him in the pro games, I was kind of saying that's weird. But he's popped up a couple of times.
He's been weird. It seems like, I don't know that he's actually that popular, but it's like when he is picked, it's like, oh, everybody's like, Brewmaster's back. But then when he's not picked, no one ever seems to mention it. The meta has had such a strange relationship with Brewmaster. I mean, for years, for a long time, no one ever picked Brewmaster, ever. And then he of course became arguably the #1 hero in the meta, and now I don't know where he is.
Yeah, because I thought he was on an out phase again, but apparently not. Apparently there's still some life left in that.
I think Void's coming back. I've definitely seen more Void recently.
Well, Void, especially on the anyway. Let's we've actually got some picks coming out now, so let's deal with them. We can go back to the first ban in a second. Vengeful Spirit and Silencer. That's not a combination I see a huge amount of. Both decent heroes.
Not terrible as a duo.
Sure, but what's a synchronicity there? I mean, the Vengeful Stun, meh.
I don't think there is one.
Not great CC. I can appreciate, when Silencer gets a lot of damage through glaives, then the Vengeful Aura might be kind of useful to him. Not that it would amplify the glaives damage. Just seems like a little bit of a strange one. But as I say, they're both decent heroes.
What I really do like, though, is the Ancient Apparition pick from the Radiant. I think Ancient Apparition is the most underrated hero in Dota right now. Almost as underrated as Eye of Skadi is. Not quite, but almost.
I also like the fact that they picked up the Earthshaker with that. Obviously,
I really like this combo.
Yeah, another great support, but also makes it so easy to land Cold Feet, because you're not just stunning them, you're blocking off roots, and obviously he's just got 100 stuns on him anyway. But Earthshaker and Ancient Apparition...
When you and I were first starting to kind of captain seriously, this was kind of the support combo, if you actually think back. A long while ago. I like this. I think this combo is back. I would have liked to see maybe a Sand King instead of the Earthshaker. I think Sand King actually combos better with Ancient Apparition because both bring your AoE stun and all that. But Ancient Apparition in the laning phase, with Chilling Touch, Sand King is actually really good. Of course, early game attack speed isn't really that big of a deal. Noah's attack speed is very high. But Sand King with Burrow Strike has a way to get Chilling Touch applied and then stun you and immediately be close enough to start applying those Chilling Touch right clicks, which, Sand King Chilling Touch right clicks are one of the highest ways to bring damage in the early game. So I like the idea. I would have preferred a Sand King, but I'm very interested to see how this Ancient Apparition pick works out.
I gotta say, I'm kind of interested in the Earthshaker pick, because even for what you just said, as I said, I like Earthshaker because I think it's slightly better for getting the Cold Feet prop. But even that aside, the Enchant Totem, Chilling Touch, that's going to be one very big right click. If you can get that crit off.
Do you think we'll see more levels in the passive in Totem this game, and less in just the Fissure?
I think if he's smart, it'll be 1-1-1, then Fissure, then Totem, then passive. with the ults at 6, 11, 16. But that's just how I like to build Earthshaker basically all the time. I could well be wrong.
I'd like to
Sure,
see him
people out there will correct me.
Go for a max passive build this game. I think you should.
Timbersaw now picked up by the Bambi Exterminator squad, aka the monster team.
It's a smart pick.
Go on, explain it to me then, because I'm not sure exactly what it's here to counter.
It's I think one of the better counters to the Ancient Apparition Earthshaker combo. And this was the counter that I picked back when this was a very particular support combo, because you can fissure, you can chain over the fissure, and Ancient Apparitions, you're very mobile very early in the game, so the cold feet isn't as big of a deal. You're not really worried about right click harass, even if it brings a little bit of extra punch, because that right click harass is going to give you more regeneration. So I think it's a smart pick. That's what I ran against this combo again back when it was very popular. But again, for that very reason, I think Earthshaker should max his passive. I think maxing Fissure this game is not going to be particularly effective against a Timbersaw and a Vengeful Spirit, both of which have very good ways of dealing with Fissure. And he really will, having that Enchant Totem be worth using, both for the damage with Chilling Touch, but also making it bring a meaningful stun with the passive. Earthshaker as a hero that's very that struggles with mana in the early game, maxing passives for heroes that struggle with mana in the early game can be a great way to help manage that problem. So
sure, I mean, Earthshaker's passive obviously is only going to kick in, if and when he can cast a spell.
True.
It's a tricky passive, I think, that one. You can't rely on it in quite the same way.
You're right. Enchant Totem is meaningfully lower in mana cost than the Fissure is.
Yep, absolutely. Slightly harder to land. We'll see. I like the anti-mage pickup though for the Bambi Exterminator squad. They've got quite a good team already for kind of making some space for him. I wonder if Gal's just trying to get on my good books doing that. Oh no, that would be Gimli. Gimli was just saying to me earlier today how he wanted to try do some proper Spirit Breaker style Nakes bombs.
Oh really? Well, there you go.
Are some of the most terrifying in my opinion.
He will get his wish this game.
You get the Basher on Lifestealer, as this is how Gimli was describing it to me. You get the Basher on Lifestealer, and then it's very, very hard to not be stunned in the face of that. And of course, it's a great way to chase the anti-mage as well.
You go Basher first?
Maybe not. Maybe get the armlet out or something. But you get a Basher on the Lifestealer, and then it's very hard to get away from that.
Go like Maelstrom Basher, or you really need cheap attack speed if you're going for that build.
Well, I mean, you don't have to have Lifestealer hitting insanely fast to get the stun lock, because you've got the Spirit Breaker there all the time with Bash as well.
True.
As well as the Spirit Breaker ult, and it does a lot of things. But what do you think about the Timbersaw into a team that so far 3 out of 4 strength melee, strength melee?
This is looking good for the Timbersaw. I think that Bambi Exterminator Squad, or the Tire, isn't it a pretty decent position? They're pretty mobile, which is what you want against a Lifestealer. You want to kite him. You don't want to try to be tanky against him. It's going to be hard for them to split push with an AA and the Spirit Breaker and the Nakes Bomb. So I think it's going to be tough for this anti-mage, because he's going to get punished if he split pushes. But he's actually not bad for dealing with Spirit Breaker if he can blink out after the initial charge lands, and doesn't actually get permabashed. Then he'll be fine. But every time that Spirit Breaker ult is up, especially if he has a Nyx inside of him, it's going to be tough for this anti-mage. So I would like to see them have. I mean, I don't really think the Dire has any real team fight at this level. They have late game team fight, I guess. They don't have any actual group up as 5 and do early work. Even to make space for the anti-mage. I mean, Timbersaw doesn't really want to do that. He wants to farm. He wants to split push. He wants to get his lots of levels up, get his level 11 really fast.
So what position do you think they pick up here then? Do they put the Silencer in support and have 2 very short range supports? And apparently they do.
That question.
Yeah, they do.
600 range, I believe. Could be wrong.
It's not terrible. It's not a long range support in the sense of like Skywrath Mage or really any one of 100 others, and a sniper coming out
James
for
plays a good sniper.
I like OD versus sniper as a matchup.
You do.
Because you can imprison, get close, and then just right click.
If you let him imprison you.
Yes, it's hard to stay that far away consistently.
I wonder if we'll see a max take aim build on the sniper.
And it could well be. That, I think, would be very smart.
I think you should. I agree.
Alright, let me just quickly get the
I think
overlay
sniper's going to
switched
have a very
round.
good game.
There we go. And yeah, we load in. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. Which team would you give it to, just off the bat? Looking at the heroes, not the players.
I mean, I like the Radiance draft more. The Radiance draft reminds me more of a draft that I would make. That's for good or for bad.
Interesting. I'm gonna, partly just to be difficult, I'm gonna go with the Dire.
I don't think that the Dire's draft is bad.
Hmm.
I think it's greedy, and I think that the Radiant can scale with them fine, and I think they have a lot more team fight in the early game.
I think
Okay.
I think Dire will be able to hold out to late and win the game there. But do you want to introduce one of the teams, or should we do a quick fashion show while we're waiting for this?
I'd love to go ahead and introduce the teams. I think I'm down. Do you want me to do the Radiant?
Go for it.
So, starting out, right now we have Spirit Breaker. Not clear what lane he'll be going to. Should be this off lane. Most likely being played by Dust, headed towards the off lane. Change Machine is probably going to take the Sniper mid. We're going to have Shadow Man on this Ancient Apparition, probably headed towards this bottom lane. He'll be supporting the Lifestealer, played by Gimli. And then rounding up that trial is going to be Gal on the Earthshaker.
And then over on the, let's just call it the Dire side, we have got Monster, taking the Silencer. Going to be heading safe lane carry.
Ooh,
sorry, safe lane
nice
support.
word in.
Okay, just keeping an eye on this action up near top rune, but I don't think we're going to see anything. I think it will just be a Dire rune. Odie going to be played by Hahaloon. That's going to be on the mid. Are we going to get action here or not? We are.
Yeah,
and that's going to be quite a lot of harass down on that Sniper, right? A last word early. Not half his health. Oh, beautiful stun there from external area. Interrupts the charge from Dust. That was actually beautifully done.
Yeah, this is... Dire's gotten off two very good wards in their opening. And
that was a very early sentry coming out from the Radiant.
They know he walked out in there, and they wanted to find his ward, but it's right here.
So just very quickly to introduce the last of these teams before anything else drastic happens. We've got Vengeful Spirit up on the top lane, going to be played by External Error. Supporting the Anti-Mage, going to be played by Harbour. And finally, off-lane Timbersaw is going to be played by our good friend Metamorphosis. And this is going to be an interesting tri-lane for him. And I know you're going to be watching this, because Meta doesn't often play Timbersaw. It's more your kind of...
I've seen him play Timbersaw, I think. I'm not sure, actually. I take that back.
It's your kind of scene more. So
I've played Timbersaw a couple times.
Just a couple. Just one or two.
One or two games.
Hahaloon taking a little bit of harass, dishing out about as badly as he's getting though, so no real concern for him.
Shane took headshot level 1. This OD is not imprisoning him though. He needs to imprison him there you go.
There we go.
Do not let him walk up to that creep wave.
Up on top lane meanwhile, Spirit Breaker getting encircled by the Silencer.
Yeah.
They're not going to kill him.
He was looking for a charge out there.
In fact, yeah, I was going to say Monster's actually going to be... Oh no, he's fine.
Don't just... But he wasted his charge. He doesn't have the mana. He's not going to have it for a while now.
That's true. Bot lane Timbersaw...
Apparition did award this pull camp, by the way. Sorry.
Did manage to get it, and don't think that's a blocking ward. I might be wrong.
No, I think the camps are fine. But the 1 minute, I don't believe spawned. So Timbersaw will get probably get his level 3 before they can get a pull off.
And not gonna get a last hit. I thought he might get one there. Unfortunately not. Lots of pulls going off in the Dire jungle. Nice to see. Now got a triple stack on the small camp. Not sure if they're going to use that to just nuke down waves.
Monster really working the map well. Both supports really doing a good job. Monster stack this camp here. You got a triple stack in the pull camp.
And I gotta say, I do also like the fact it's not something that I do myself, but captaining and then playing the support role. I think that's a very stable place to captain a game from. You can see a lot. You're concentrating on the right things.
Sure.
Shadow Man with Invis Rune down on bot, looking to possibly get some action off on meta, but nothing's going to happen.
Yeah,
the wave is just pushing too fast.
Here. Should get it. It's going to be close. Yeah, should get it.
Gimli, I think, needs to drag this wave backwards, not forwards. There was one creep attacking the tower, but that was kind of acceptable.
He's going to miss out on least one of these range creeps now.
Yeah.
Yep, both.
He could have eaten. He could have eaten that whole wave with quite a lot of safety without worrying about the tower if he'd let it come back a little bit. But who's being picky? Not me.
Ava's picked up this ring of protection. Do you think we'll see an Aquila from him on the anti-mage?
On the anti-mage? Could be Vlad's. That's an anti-mage build.
Could be Vlad's. That's a good point. That's a good point. I think anti-mage should always build Aquila or Vlad's. He really benefits from that aura. As someone who wants to split push a lot, the aura helps a lot there, and getting agility on anti-mage is never a bad thing.
I gotta say, I'm not hugely in love with the Vlads, just because I think what it does, like Vlads and Battle Fury to me is always going to feel a little bit like, yeah, early game health, mana, basic regen. But I don't know, having both seems like filling up your inventory slots with I don't know, a few too many things that aren't hugely crucial.
I think the
Vlads and a charge coming out from
is that on OD?
coming out from Dust. It's going to be spotted out by this ward though.
Yeah, great ward.
This is early from Dust. My one rule for Spirit Breaker players always is don't go thinking you can do crazy things until you have your ult. Once you have your ult, you can do crazy things. Crazy things are plenty. But until then, you're unlikely to get a successful charge off, unless you're really careful.
It's not like he was he couldn't get experience where he was. Ooh, and he took that illusion rune. Probably check for sniper. He should really send his illusion.
Sniper doesn't have a bottle.
Try to bait something. That's true. That's true. Sniper going for early.
Haloon really wants his catapult. Gonna get it. I love doing that on a SOD.
Oh, but
gonna be brought low though. Those headshot procs.
He is maxing take aim though.
Yeah, I think I agree with you about where the level 1 point should have been. Probably should have been in the range against an OD.
I think both are acceptable. I think Haha didn't exploit the fact that he put headshot in though. I think the range would have been better. As it looks like we have a single pull here on Dire. The wave's gonna push out. Timbersaw is missing. Timber's actually just gone to the jungle. He's really scared of these supports. I think that's a mistake. He can be in this lane. Like they drafted him to be in this lane. But
well, they really don't want Gimli just getting total free farm.
Dust is just could have pulled that wave off the tower. They don't have a great way to kill him. He's got too much health. Gonna be a lot of damage here. Siege creep just hitting the tower.
So that's something that's happening.
Ancient apparition and Haloon's dead.
Oh!
Oh! The dodge!
Beautiful. That Astral.
Dodge. Aid.
Well predicted, well executed. Oh, but he got a point in sanity to clips at level 6. Actually, you know what? Against a sniper, increases possibility of kills. Maybe I'll give you that. Change Machine's going to go for monster though. We might still see our first blood.
You got him.
Yeah, he's got assassinate if he needs it. He just doesn't want to use it.
He doesn't need it.
There we go. First blood goes down to Change Machine.
I'm not sure why Monster was chasing there.
Yeah.
Did he really think he could just kill the ancient apparition?
That might have been a bit of a misplay. Oh, Sniper overestimating his right click power right now. Going for these last hits.
You do not have a lot of damage early in the game as Sniper. You don't.
But you get these occasional random procs of headshot where you just feel so very manly even though you're so very at war.
Timbersaw and Lifestealer are kind of going at it a little bit in here in bottom.
Well, Meta can come back to lane now because the supports have left, and I'd be kind of scared too. I know what you mean about he can stay in lane and then Timber chain out when they go for him and then come back to lane and then heal up. And
I assumed was the whole point of drafting him in the first place.
Sure, it's still not. It's still kind of tricky. They're going on him. He just got to get in range of Timber chain. Oh, he doesn't get it.
Way too late. He should have just Timber chained over here to move away from the slow, and then could have just walked north out of the
I don't know. It was an open wound slow. Cold Feet would have procced in a second, but
it just chain to the left, get out of the open wound slow, and then walk.
But that wouldn't get you out of the open wound slow.
But that is to say to time out the open wound slow.
Don't give him enough time.
It's not very long. It's only level 2. Or is that it's 8 seconds. I don't know. It would have been enough that Cold Feet definitely would have procced, and I think he could have just walked up the north.
Possibly. Well, I mean the other way didn't work. So
yeah.
ZLB. Oh no, and Dust! Dust up by top rune.
Dust.
Stuck in the trees. He doesn't have a TP scroll or mana.
How did that even happen?
I'm really hoping this is bringing him a TP scroll. Nope, it's bringing him clarities.
Oh, okay, that's better actually. That's a better decision. If it had been a TP scroll, he would have still been stuck.
That is true.
Dust needs to just stay in lane and get his ult up.
No, no, Dust. The courier took the clarities away. Dust, Dust, Dust. No, Dust.
Oh my
The clarities. Dust.
They
Admittedly,
know he's in there too. I think.
admittedly, they are wasting a lot of time and a lot of heroes just sitting here trying to kill him. Is he going to realize?
I'm not sure what he thinks is
Oh
happening.
no! I think he might just be like, and I don't think he's wrong at this stage. I think he might just be like, you know what? I'm just going to wait for 100 mana. I don't think that's even a bad choice, honestly. 87, 88,
just
89.
For
I know.
20th minute.
Oh, no, well, kind of a nice fissure. Hahaloon totally cut off here. Nice imprisoned,
Oh,
gonna get him
you can
past
charge
the
Haha.
enchant.
It could all work out perfectly. Charge him. He's got vision.
Here
Charge
comes
him.
the.
Oh, they're gonna
Here's
kill
the
him.
charge.
Thanks
Here's
to
the charge.
It was
There's a stun on external error as well.
Grumble.
It was all planned.
It was
Miles
all
in
planned.
advance.
Oh, Gal's in trouble.
Gal might be in a bit of trouble here though.
External's
Wait,
used his
external error
stun.
does not have the mana for it.
He used
I
it
think
on
he'll be
Spirit.
okay. He'll be okay.
Yeah, should be fine. Change
Meta
does not
might
have
get
to-
angry and go for a
Oh.
timber chain.
Woo. Oh!
He's stuck as well now, forced to use the
It's National
forced to use the
Tuesday.
sword blades to get out. He's not gonna have a
Uh-oh,
huge
Change
amount of
is gonna do a lot
harass.
damage. He's gonna get dived.
Yeah, but Meta doesn't have anything. Not a single thing.
Gal
Not a
does
single
not have
thing was
any
had
levels.
that
If
day.
Gal had levels in enchant totems, Kimbersell would have died right then.
This fight is getting confusing. I'm trying to work out where everyone is. I think it's over now.
I don't think
Vengeful's
that's
gonna
enough
eat
damage
this.
to kill Venge. It's gonna be close. Oh, it is.
Oh! I did not think that would get a kill. I was wrong. Both carries, FYI guys. Happily taking the tier 1s. This is what carries do, while everybody else pisses around at mid.
If Gal had a level enchant totem, Timbersaw would have died in that fight too.
Oh, we got another charge coming up on top, and I'm assuming Spirit Breaker has his ult now. There it is. One more. Now get a bash. Just one bash.
Oh!
It's okay. He's going to have vision. He's going to have charge in a sec. Oh, but Blink's going to come off cooldown quicker. They just need to keep vision for a little bit.
Can they see him? Can they see him?
Where's the aura? They don't have aura. They're not going to be able to get him. That is so frustrating.
He has no levels in
Yeah.
his aura. That's a mistake.
I'm not sure it is. With the rework of how charge works, and the fact that you don't want the passive movement speed in lane, it's I don't know. It's
Charging.
tricky. It's tricky. Charging external error. Well, we know where to cast. We just got to watch the Spirit Breaker the entire time.
External Error's dead.
Yep. Change machine lining up for an assassinate as well, but it's going to be Spirit Breaker's kill.
Oh no!
It is, right? It is. But Dust possibly in a little bit of
he's
trouble
walking the
here.
Wrong way.
Meta comes in,
Wrong way,
misses
guys.
with the chakram. This is definitely going to be a dead Spirit Breaker. Oh!
Oh,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, slow on that. Slow.
Oh,
on
but
that.
Howloon.
Oh, but now Odie's dead.
Howloon's dead. Gets one nice right click off on that Shadow Man.
Change Machine is just tearing through this early game.
And to clarify by Shadow Man, I do mean Ancient Apparition. Too many shadows in this guild, I swear. Gimli, meanwhile,
Shadow Man is playing Ancient Apparition.
yes, and that is our old Shadow Man, right? Not a new
Yeah,
Shadow.
yeah, that's actual Shadow Man.
Okay, grand. Still, that's one more Shadow in this guild, and we don't need it. We do not need it.
He was the original Shadow, actually.
He was, but he's now also the third.
Now, what do you think, Grumble, about this Lifestealer build?
Let's have a quick look, Ski. Helm of the Dominator, okay. Not something I would immediately go for. Does a lifesteal
Helm
stack?
drums. It does. Oh, absolutely. All lifesteal, all stacks.
Okay, I still
stack,
probably
stack,
wouldn't
stack.
go for it though. I really like the armlet on Lifestealer. He's going in here for an open wounds on meta. No, he's not. He just wants to farm. Gonna soak
Now,
up.
for
Oh,
those that
they
might
can
not-
go for him now though.
Yeah,
With Timber Chain used, meta pops the
he
chakram.
doesn't have mana for the.
He's gonna take quite a lot of damage
Yeah,
though if they can get any of the DOT procs from AA. Gimli wants this.
Ooh, that's a
I
mistake.
think they need to go
That's
now
a
though.
Mistake.
External error.
Run, Gimli, run.
Wave of Terror. Gimli's gonna make it out though. That's fine. With the new pathing and the new map round here on the
I
dive,
was off to a
tier
very
1.
quick start here. Battle Fury will be
Here
done.
comes Silencer. They're gonna go for Shadow Man. I'm
He's
not
dead.
sure there's much they can do. Oh, but
Oh,
we
that's
do
a
have a
mistake.
charge
Oh,
coming in
that's
from the
not
Spirit
bad.
Breaker. It's gonna miss the OD. Gonna hit on the Silencer, but leave Spirit Breaker on the other side. So Monster gonna die, trying to deny himself to Roche. Gets picked off by Sniper. Spirit Breaker made it out, so that's the only kill. Oh, and we have the new Lifestealer ult.
Oh, right, I forgot all about that. That's why he
Yeah.
went for Helm. God, I totally forgot about that.
Well, you don't... I mean, this I suppose now gives him 2, because he can dominate one and then infest the other.
I'm not even sure how that works.
Or is it an Ags upgrade now on the Lifestealer?
No, it's not an Axe upgrade.
Non-Ags upgrade? No,
No,
it's not an Ags upgrade. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm reasonably confident then.
Well, the dom is still, the advantage is you can dominate the creep and give it the bonus health. So now the creep
And
that
use
he's
its
infesting
abilities.
is actually pretty strong. Well, you can always use a dominated creep's abilities.
Okay, no, but you can now use an infested creature.
Right, exactly.
Quick
I see what
kill
you're
there,
saying,
Gimli
yes.
picking off meta. That's a useful kill for them, especially going down on Gimli.
I wonder if Timbersaw realized what was happening with that infest.
I think possibly not. They may well have spotted out the Helm of the Dominator.
Yeah.
Up
Okay,
on top lane,
Dust is
Dust
gonna walk-
spotting out Hava. He's not going to have mana for a charge though. Hava's going to make sure of that. I think he
Hava
could actually win a
needs to
right-click
get
battle though. Yes, they get one stun, Gal! And
As soon as he saw someone walking up the hill, he should have blinked out.
You make a great bullet catcher.
he could afford to... Actually no, he probably couldn't have afforded to right-click with Dust for a while.
I think when it was just Spirit Breaker, it was fine, but he saw
Wow, the
Sniper walk up the
odd
hill.
bash. The odd bash would really mess
Yeah.
with the anti-mage.
Yeah.
And Spirit Breaker could eat up a lot of that harass. Because anti-mage was doing barely any damage, given that all of Spirit
Yeah.
Breaker's mana was already gone.
Good point.
Is under siege.
Ooh, Ice Blast just misses on OD. Doesn't hit any creeps either. I'm not sure what happened there.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
So, how do you think the Dire's comfortable? I mean, obviously they're behind right now. They're okay. Anti-Mage got off to a strong start, had on the last hits, but Sniper and Lifestealer, I mean,
I'm going to open up
Looking
net
at the last
worth.
hit
Yeah,
chart.
Sniper's ahead on the last hits by... sorry, in the net worth by a good 600. I mean, I said I like Dire for this, didn't I? I don't think they're where they want to be. They're not where I would want to be if I were them. That being said, I think they could still take this.
sure, they're definitely not out of it. What do you
Yeah.
think they need to do to turn things around?
I mean, more of what they are doing, just better.
Okay.
I think, making sure the anti-mage gets the farm. You're right. That's kind of the key thing. And I'm just trying to check out everyone's farm. Let OD farm up his full stuff, I think, and then start pushing down that last couple of tier 1s.
That kill on that Anti-Mage really hurt them. Still, just got the mana, I got the gold for Battle Fury.
I don't know if it... I think it was probably the worst kill that's happened for them this game. I don't think it was a huge blow, particularly if it didn't delay the Battle Fury too much. Sniper and
Oh.
Co now moving on the mid tower. This is the only problem. Radiant might not give them a chance to farm up the anti-mage.
Yeah, I think Radiant's doing the right thing. They have so much gank and so much pressure that if they can just get a few towers down, it can make it very hard for...
Well, bold
charging in.
bold charge here from Dust, given that his team can't get to him, given the fissure. Pops his ult on Hahaloon, who immediately imprisons himself. Silencer now right-clicking on Dust. Hahaloon drops the ult, gets finished off by Change Machine. Gal now taking quite a lot of harass. Oh, pops his Soul Ring and then meets Anti-Mage. That's an unfortunate order of events. External error finished off by the Spirit Breaker charge. And I think the real problem there for Dire is they just did not find Change Machine. And that's an ultra kill now for him. But he was just sitting at the back of that fight, just killing things. Just slowly but surely killing things.
He's got that Maelstrom up already.
And now, remember I was talking about a 500 lead on the net worth? It's now 2,000. That was a great fight for him. And any surprise, right on top of the damage chart.
I'm not sure about this, Maelstrom pick. I mean, I think Sniper's ahead enough that it doesn't really matter. Because against an anti-mage, I would much rather he go for something that doesn't bring magic damage. Maybe... I mean, it depends. If they want to try to... If I was playing this Sniper, I think they have enough of an early game lead. I would go for maybe...
Oh, sorry, one moment. Gimli going on Harloon. Down on the bot lane. There's a TP coming in from Silencer as well. Oh, and the Infest goes down. I think if he popped that Infest slow earlier, he might have had a better chance on Harloon. He's got open wounds. He's going to get the kill. But he's in deep here. In really deep. Meta's coming in as well. Gimli now just turning around, going for Monster. Yeah, I think, yeah, the only chance he's got is to go for it. I'm not sure it's going to help too much. Manages to get the second one. He's now got Dust coming in to support. Dust aiming on Meta. Drops the ult,
Oh.
finished with an urn, and external error
Another-
finished off on the back lines as well. Well, it worked.
Another fight where no one does anything to the sniper.
Dyer's bottom tower
Change
is
machine
under
sitting in the
Yeah,
back.
we've seen
Who got the damage there? Was it Sniper again? No, okay, that was Gimli. That Sniper didn't do too much in that fight, just
Radiant's middle
300
tower
damage.
is under siege.
But a very bad sense of I got-
to swap on that sniper every chance she gets.
I gotta say,
Even if he's not
Dyer
doing
are being
anything,
unlucky sometimes.
Mm.
That
What do you mean?
Fortified
just-
structures.
I'm not saying it's entirely, you know, it's not about skill. Radiant are playing really well,
Dyer's
but
bottom tower is under
they're
attack.
rotating in, and they're doing it kind of instinctively, which is great. You know, oh, there's trouble, let's go.
Mhm,
And it
mhm.
just so happens that whenever they get there, they are everybody in the wrong place, up against the wrong heroes, and they're just getting murdered for it.
Top tower is under
Just
siege.
absolutely murdered for it. I mean, they responded really quickly to that lifestealer dive. They were 3-on-1 on the lifestealer for a while.
Yeah.
It was just the wrong thing, and I'm not saying there's not stuff they could do about
Sure.
that. They could be
Dyer's
rotating
Sure.
different
tower
people.
is under
They could
siege.
get the situation quicker. They could respond better.
I mean, in my
Oh,
mind,
Howloon going for a big kill on a support here. His ult isn't going to do too much damage there, and just picked off by Change Machine.
in my mind, the bigger problem is that whoa,
Whoa, what was his silence?
John's ult canceling the Spirit Breaker ult.
Roger.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
just
Change. What is he on now? 11-0.
Dyer's middle tower
Earthshaker's
is
just
under
gonna walk
siege.
into everybody. Oh, he's got a haste rune though. He can kill Meta.
Backing out instead. But we do have Dust coming in. He's going to try and help out.
Tower is under attack.
They just need one more bash. They're going to get it.
Conversation.
Wow, Gal.
How are you doing up
Pops the
there?
Echo Slam
Gal
for the anti-mage.
Still has no levels in Enchant Totem, and I have to say I think that is a big mistake. I mean, they're doing fine.
Tower is being attacked.
Meanwhile, mid tower just being finished off by Change Machine. Now sitting out of range.
Dyer's middle
God, I
tower
hate
is
that.
under siege. Dyer's middle tower is
And
under
generating
siege.
shrapnel charges, which I think is one of the quite interesting part of the new updates. Now, Howloon, this was spotted out by wards for him for ages, so he had no excuse being that far in the lane.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, he was pushing. It's not like Simon Sniper was pushing tier 2 anyway. And his natural rotation spot would have been to go to tier 2 bottom and push, even if they didn't have wards.
Sure. Yep, sure. Can see that. Crit stick, I think, coming out pretty soon for this sniper.
Daedalus coming out pretty soon.
Yeah,
The big one.
that'll be big. Already got the Mom, already got the Maelstrom, so that's huge attack speed, aside from his already impressive right click. And every one of those, a chance to critical. Kinda scary. Kinda a little bit scary.
Shrapnel!
So is this a winnable game for the Dire? Still?
No. I mean,
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
Radiant, I think, could mess around for a really long time, maybe, and anti-mage
Sure.
could get really fat. And
Sure.
if for some reason Radiant let it go on for another 50 minutes, then
Sure.
ask me again. But there's no reason why they need to do
I
that.
think Sniper will just pick up his Daedalus and they'll go finish.
That's,
They
I
should.
think, what they should do. I mean, 24-4, they can just go down mid. And I don't often say this. I normally say, you know, go and take the rest of the tier 1s and get some golden and make sure.
Right.
But against
Just
an
go.
anti-mage, why even risk it? Just go. Just go.
I think he should have gone, for the record, I think he should have gone Scotty instead of the Maelstrom.
One of my concerns for Radiant is... And
Is
actually, no, it's not a
Sniper just
concern.
walking into the entire enemy team. He does not care.
I don't think he needs to. He's got a no, he doesn't.
Dyer's
He's got
top
Daedalus up.
tower is under attack.
But what I'm worried about for Radiant is just that they might spend the next 50 minutes playing around with Spirit Breaker, Lifesteal, and Nate spots.
Dyer's
That I think is a genuine concern
Just
for
out of
losing
raw
the game.
curiosity.
Just out of curiosity and enjoyment, and the fact that even when it fails, it's one of the best parts of Dota. It's just you're being charged by a cow. That's pretty scary. That's pretty scary right there. It's a cow with a hammer. Here we go. Just look there. They found someone. Oh no,
It's happening.
they're going to be charging
They
through
found
quite
everyone.
a lot of the Dire team though. Anti-Mage spots it out.
Uh-oh.
OD spots it out, but they don't care. They're going for meta. He is the target. The Timber Chain gets him out though, and I don't think they're going to be catching him after that. Pops Chakram returns it to. Oh, Gimli!
Slam. Big
Sorry, not Gimli. Gal. Beautiful play here.
Whoa!
That was
Wow. I'm
huge.
glad we got to see that once.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege.
Wow. That was
Talk about
massive.
execution.
Victory Canadian.
I thought Meta was out there. GG called off the back of that.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, that was a good way for a match to end.
That looked so wrong and then turned so right. Wow, that went well. It was so perfect.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was crisp. That was crisp.
That was exactly what you wanted. So, any final thoughts? You got the prediction right. Radiant won.
Not enough gap closure against the sniper. I know it was a late pick, but I don't understand why you picked OD when you know that you don't have anyone that's going to be able to close the gap effectively. And not enough team fight from the Dire team. This is a team fight meta. I talked about this during the draft. No early team fight. No, you need to find at least one late scaling carry who's going to help you win an early team fight. Farm the silencer, pick up a gyrocopter, but no early team fight on the Dire. They were forced to split up and farm. The Radiant's great at picking off split pushers, and they had no option to group up and push. I said it during the draft. This was a team where you had to have the option to group up and push when you need it, and they did not have that option.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, GG to both guys, and well done to Gal. What, is that his second or third point?
That is his second.
Second point. So, yeah, good job to King Gal. Anybody who's watched on stream, thank you very much for tuning in. Please do follow, please do subscribe, whatever you're watching on. And we're going to be doing another game now, Davey.
I see no reason not to try.
See no reason not to try. So yeah, if you're on Twitch live, just stay tuned. I'll find some music to put on or something, and we'll have the next game shortly. Ciao.
I got a lobby up.